It would help if I turned my mic on, wouldn't it, guys? Oh, good evening. It's a Terence kind of thing. Cheers for that, buddy. I was just rambling on then, and I forgot to turn my mic on. Oh, hope you're doing well, sir. It's a Terence kind of thing. Hope you're doing well, mate. I mean, the link's there. If anybody wants to jump on for 5 minutes, um, just having a quick live. Super Coven, hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well, sir. Just a quick live, guys. Spent a couple of days having a breakaway. Just spent a couple of days down in Borough. Nice little town, to be fair with you. Weather's been great. I've just tried my first ever Parmo. I had a bolognese Parmo. Boy, was it gorgeous. Absolutely nice. I'd advise, if any of you have never tried it, try a Parmo, guys. It's really nice. It's like a big massive piece of chicken. And then you have whatever topping on. I had bolognese. So you got like a massive piece of chicken. And then it's got bolognese on the top, and it's got like cheese, and man, that was lovely. It's a traditional meal apparently from Middlesbrough. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was really nice. Now it's loud on the casino floor. My mic's working fine then. I take it it's doing the trick then, it's working. I mean, it would help if I switched it on. I've never had one, mate. Super Coven. Not sure if we have them in Scotland. Super Coven, I believe it's like a Middlesbrough thing, like different areas have different, foods and stuff. I do believe the Parmo is to do with, like Middlesbrough and like that end of the woods. But absolutely gorgeous it was, and I had it with chips and a bit of salad. Definitely going to have one again, but I don't think where I live, I'm not sure. If they do Parmos down my way, but I'd advise anybody to try it, man. It's a really nice meal. Weather ain't been too bad today. Been a little bit of rain, and I've been out, visiting a couple of people. I went down to see Brian Cockrell and Emma. Lovely couple, absolute blazing couple. And Brian's doing ever so well. Next time I float down that way, I'll drop by again. Bumped into a couple of Borough boys. Big up Torbs. Big up the Nutter channel. Two terrific guys. Glad I bumped into them. I'd been on their channel a couple of times, and it was amazing to bump into them today. So big up the Nutter channel, and big up Torbs taking our rights back. Is his channel on YouTube? Pop on over and give him a sub and a like, guys. He's an auditor, and he goes around auditing like police stations up and down the UK. Excellent fucking channel, excellent content. That's Torbs taking our rights back, and also the Nutter channel. He does live streams early in the morning, about 6 a.m. like UK time. Great guy, absolute gentleman. Both of them are absolute gentlemen, and you know, it was a pleasure to bump into them. I watch Torbs now and again, Super Coven. Yeah, he's you know, he's got some good content on there. When he goes around auditing all the police stations and stuff, and you know, I've wanted to touch on that. You know, I want to do a couple of audits myself. You know, just for the crack. You know, just to wind the coppers up, really. You know, so I might have that in the pipeline, but the real honest truth, evening, Bobby. I'll chuck the link out, Bobby, if you want to jump on. Just talking about, you know, this and that. Links there, Bobby, if you want to jump on for 5 minutes, mate. Tomorrow night, guys, I'm not sure if I'm going to go live or if I'm going to pre-record it, but I've been offered to go to a paranormal investigation, but this is to do with poltergeists. That's very interesting, and I've been asked, you know, if I would like to go along. So tomorrow night, guys, I may well put it live. It's going to be a poltergeist night, paranormal investigation. I'm really looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the last paranormal investigation that I've done. And tomorrow night I'll be doing the poltergeist investigation. Looking really forward to doing that. I mean, like I say, guys, you know, Brian and Emma are a wonderful couple, and you know, they don't deserve any of this crap that's going on, you know, towards them. Coward act of putting a brick through a window, you know, such a lovely couple. You know, if you've got a problem, you know, with somebody, it's a coward act, you know, to chuck a brick through somebody's window. You know, if you've got a problem with someone, you know, sort it out, speak, talk, you know, don't go around doing stupid things like throwing bricks through fucking windows. I mean, that's school kids sort of activity. You know, but overall, it just shows you, you know, the mentality, you know, of some of these fucking idiots, you know, that come onto the YouTube platform. How would you like it if somebody came along and put a fucking brick through your window? You know, you wouldn't like it, would you? It was Super Coven. You know, when I went down to see Brian and Emma a bit ago, the slab is absolutely heavy, bro. You know, the weight on it, you know, and they felt the need, you know, to chuck a slab through a window. Now, my question to the culprit, what would you have done if that had hit one of them on the head and killed them? You would be now sat in the police station looking at a life sentence. For what? An act of fucking stupidness. Because that could have quite easily have happened. That's how quick it would have been to take your life away from you. You know, all for what? Chucking a brick through somebody's window and you end up with a life sentence. You're not a very clever person. You know, that's not clever at all. Because think, right, if that had hit Brian or Emma on the head and killed them, you right now would be sitting in a police station waiting to go in front of the judge, and the judge casting you a life sentence. Stupid acts, isn't it? And the spur of the moment, think you're going to get a kick out of it. Just think how much of a kick it would be if you ended up getting a life sentence. Would you find that funny? Would you find that amusing? Because I don't think you would. Kim Copeland, salute the host, everybody in the chat, as well as the mods. Love and respect, and much respect to the UK. Kevin, hope you're doing well this evening, sir. And from me to you, much love and respect from the UK, sir. Hope you've been having a good evening. Big up the Nutter channel. Massive, massive respect to the Nutter channel. True gentleman. Evening positive vibes. Can you do me a favour? Can you drop the Nutters channel link in the chat, please? And also Kevin's link. Could you chuck that into the chat, please? Listening in, mate. Hope you got Parmo, mate. Hey, Nutter, I'll just ate a bolognese Parmo. I've got bolognese Parmo, man. Oh, absolutely tasty. Absolutely tasty. I weren't gonna leave without having a Parmo. Kevin Corpin, please, positive. And if you haven't done so already, guys, please give the Nutter channel a subscribe. And also Kevin's a buddy from across the pond over there stateside. Give Kev a subscribe, people. True gentleman he is. Absolute gentleman. Great channel he's got over there. I just subbed to the Nutter channel. Yeah, Super Coven, the Nutter channel. He does lives regular as clockwork. Round about 6 a.m. every single morning. Great guy, great channel, and it was great bumping into you today, brother. The Nutter channel. You're a true gentleman. What did you think? I missed the start. I've had a Parmo, Marky Boy Baker. Absolutely fucking lovely. I had a bolognese. I had a bolognese. I had a bolognese Parmo.
Hey. Hello.
Kind of, you doing, buddy?
Hello, official topic talk. I'm doing so great. How are you?
Oh, I'm ace. I've had 2 days away. I've come up to Middlesbrough with the wife to have a little break for a couple of days.
And that's wonderful. Like nothing's wrong with a break.
And I bumped into a couple of YouTubers that I've been on their panel a couple of times, and it was amazing to bump in, and actually speak in person.
Yeah, of course.
How have you been doing anyway, my friend?
I'm doing so well. I'm in my hotel suite, as you can see at the casino, and I'm going to the living room now. But I just came back up from the floor, well, from on the casino floor, and I said something came over me. I was like, I'm just gonna play my free play, and I won. And I was like, I'm gonna get up, and then I wanted to like hop on your stream finally, you know. And
I mean, I've been begging, I've been wanting you to come across.
I know, and I'm so
across the pond on here, you know, and
yeah, exactly. I honestly, I'm not kidding. It is busy is good, but it's been so busy, bro. It's been so busy, like YouTube and work, everything, like family back at home, and so I'm just what I do is I try my best to make rounds to people, and if I can hop up on a panel, I will. So I'm like, you know what, this is a great opportunity, and I didn't know how long you were going to be on live for, but I was like, okay, let me see if right now is a good time. So yeah, here I am.
Thank you, brother. I mean, I've watched the channel quite a few times, you know, and the vibe that you bring across, you know, it's amazing, and you know, you get so emotional. I've noticed, you know, if you don't mind me saying, you know, you get so emotional with your chats, man, and that's what I love, you know.
Oh, thank you. Honest to God, thank you so much for that. I kid you not, it is not for show. And I'm not a millionaire, you know, here on YouTube, that's for sure. And I tell people, yeah, we want to make money, but I literally have a passion for this, and I have a passion for my career, you know. So you know, I promise you, when you say that, my mom comes to mind, and it's so weird. Like, and it's not weird, but I mean, for lack of better words, but it's so interesting because, yeah, my mom used to say that all the time, and I know, like, I got that from her. You know, I'm super passionate, and sometimes, you know what, it gets you in trouble, you know, because it's like, you know, people are upset because you care so much, or that you are okay here on YouTube, bro. What do we do when we're putting content out there, long content? I tell people, if you don't like the long content, just watch the short content. But in live streams and on long content, you have to be long-winded. You can't just get to the point, because you got to place ads. So if I get to the point on all my videos are going to be like maybe probably a minute or 2 minutes long, you know. So I just have a natural, you know, I guess attitude for just trying to explain myself, and putting passion, you know, with that. And then
it's the passion that I see when I watch the podcast. It's the passion, man, that, you know, that you bring that positive, you know,
energy.
We over here in the UK, we don't get that, you know, because there's so many people wanting to argue, and, you know,
I know. I talk to Wazell, and I talk a lot to Beth Bits and Pieces. I don't know if you've ever seen her around, like, on the streams, but definitely, you know, they tell me a lot, you know, what's going on over in the UK, but it's quite similar. It's quite similar to the States here. You know, it's and let me tell you this. This is the beauty of YouTube, because I would have never met you, sir, if it wasn't for YouTube, you know. And I can tell you right now, I have cousins that are right here in Massachusetts. I work in Maine, but I came here for the weekend to the casino that's here in Massachusetts, and have cousins right here, and they don't even contact me, you know. So I just appreciate the fact that, you know, I can reach a lot of different people, and people can reach me, and we can come on each other, like, live streams, or, you know, comment in the videos, or hop on a panel and talk about, you know, just everyday current events, or what's going on, or, you know, getting things off of our chest in a respectful manner. We want to be. My deal is, I tell everybody, I'm a cursing Christian. I'm not perfect. People think that, oh, because he's Mr. Positive, oh, we can get over on him. No, the hell you can't. You know, you can't do that. You know, I'm a human being. I'm quite intelligent, and I just keep it real. And with that being said, I come with a lot of passion, and I think it's either intimidating or it's encouraging. You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate the fact that you just was like, man, like, you just been so supportive.
To me, it's encouraging.
He's
teaching me to be a better positive person on this YouTube, to be frank and honest with you. You know, I'm taking stuff from you, what you produce, you know.
Wow, thank you.
Positive, that's what I want to incorporate. What you're putting out there is what I want to incorporate, you know, instead of me just putting madness out there, you know. It's
yeah, and official topic talk. It's a balance now. We want a little bit of the madness. Now let me tell you, I watched some of your content, and let me tell you, I love it. I'm hungry. Like I'm like, ooh, okay. I tell everybody there's a right amount of drama, there's a right amount of positivity, there's a right amount of effort of both of those things that should go into your channel. Because if I come on live now every single day and I'm just like, oh, the sun is shining and Skittles are falling. That's not me. Now, what I tell people is you can make your day positive. And I try to. I watched my mom died twice. She coded on the floor, on the fifth floor, and then she died peacefully in ICU. I saw that. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch people, unfortunately, with my career, I want to save lives, but unfortunately, I've seen people pass. I've seen some hardships in this world, and it's like, that's the reality. But even with that being said, you still get to choose. You can choose to say, you know what, I thank God for, at least I got to meet my mom. I was 20 something. I was going on 30 when when my mom passed away. I worked at this children's hospital in Galveston, Texas, Shriners. And it's a burn facility. And there are so many kids coming from Mexico and Guatemala and Africa and the UK. They're coming from those countries, and they're coming over to the US of A, to Galveston, Texas, at Shriners Hospitals, and they're 3-month-old, 2 years of age, 1 year old, and they're burned almost 100% of their body. I'm not exaggerating. And they lost their parents, and they'll never get to meet their parents physically. They'll never get to really know them. As they get older, yes, they can look at pictures. Maybe if their parents did some type of videos or certain things, that's kind of what I regret about my mom. I don't have a lot of video footage of her, but my mom was never a camera person. So that's also, people talk to, I've done some interviews and they say, well, really, why did you get started? Yeah, I want to make money, but I want to journal my life. And I hope and I pray if I were to have kids and all of my nieces and nephews, they can have something to watch or to share their family, share memories with their family. And that's the whole gist of it. I just enjoy doing this, but I'm not going to quit surgery. I love to do that. And it's a lot that goes into this, but nothing is perfect, and I'm not perfect, and I'm going to have, believe it or not, I'm going to have a bad day. So when you say, the madness and stuff, it's a time and it's a place for all of that. Do not change your trajectory on life and your channel, but just, trickle in some positivity and surround yourself with positivity. Because I'm telling you, like, it's going to be more people watching it. And also, to be honest, I think that when you've gone off and you've done it in the most stern, most awesomest way, I love that. I do you understand who I'm really great friends with on this platform is Chilling with the Realest Mary B, one of the realest people you can ever meet. Sister don't play, okay? But she's super positive. She'll give you the shirt off of her back, but she just does not take anybody's mess. And so when you say you're learning a lot from me, I'm learning a lot from her. Maybe the more stern side, the more, up in your face, and stop letting people, more and more as I do this, bro, I'm telling you, I'm gaining more confidence within myself. I love myself, but I'm loving myself even more. I'm taking time out for Terrence more, and that's why I tell people, I'm like, you don't have to. You might not come to my live stream 2 months in a row. I'm not going to hate on you, but if I'm not able to make yours, now, Lord, I hope it wouldn't be 2 months in a row, but if I'm not able to make yours, don't, people say, oh, don't charge it to my heart. Don't charge it to anything, just let it be, and let us just not be disrespectful to each other. And let's try and be supportive when we do see each other. I think that's the main thing. People are focusing on the numbers too much, and they're focusing on what can make me blow up. And so if it's all the drama or if it's all the positivity, nobody wants to see that every single day. It's people that say, bro, are you ever upset? And it's like when I got upset, all of a sudden I had like 130 people in my chat and in my live stream. And I said, you guys want to see that. You want to see the negative side. You don't want to see me be positive. And I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to be positive. I kid you not, probably 95% of weeks to come. That's just me. I'm going to be a positive individual. I'm telling you, I made jokes at my mom's funeral. Like, I'm sad. I get lonely. There's certain things that, that happens, and it sends me to like maybe a sad place in my mind. But I choose to make the day great. You can make the day great no matter what you go through. And I'm sorry, I'm so long-winded. That's why when you say I want you to come up on a live stream, I want you to, come on the panel, and I'm like, I can talk.
Why do you think I wanted you on? You got that charisma, you got that passion, right? You've also got the path that I've got to start following, you see. And by me watching your work, what you do on your podcast, it's gonna start. It's gonna start reflecting off on me, and it's gonna make me and my channel a lot better. I can get mad, I can get involved in the drama, I can, but I can call things out. And
exactly.
People have been telling me, you got to stick away from that drama. Push that content about the grooming gangs. Get back on track, Steve.
Yes.
So I come and watch your channel for inspiration, to be fair with you, brother.
Wow, thank you.
There's no one else in the UK I can take inspiration from, so I've got to come across the pond.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm telling you, now when you come over across the pond, there's been a lot of drama in like this lifestyle niche of the community. A lot of trolls. I mean, I have probably blocked maybe 15 people, in a week's time. I mean, people are they're creating channels and they're trying to come and distract you. And I've done a video about it, bro. I did a video about it. And
how do you kind of deal with that?
Oh, you know what? I make content. I make content. I make
the trolls, or do you just ignore them and say, well,
I'll tell you this. I'm sorry. I have somebody calling. I'm sorry. 1 second. Okay. Mary B was calling me. The way that I deal with it, I must say, I'm not gonna lie, I do block. I block. But also because what I've seen is sometimes they come in with derogatory pictures, and you can't, I just can't ignore that. I can't ignore having, maybe someone's genitals like in the default pic. That's so disrespectful. My channel is a thing. My channel, like I said, I'm a Christian Christian, but I'll allow younger people to come in because my nieces and nephews look up to me, and they know Uncle Terrence is a Christian Christian because I get that from my mama too. But with that being said, I try my best. I want to be a family. I don't know if you can understand this and stuff. A lot of people probably don't, but I do want to be like the household family name. I want people to singing, it's a Terrence kind of thing. I want them singing that, and like, it's like I joked with my sister because I was like, I don't know if you know Bill Cosby, but I was like, I want to be like Bill Cosby. She was like, no, you don't. He sit up here and had sex with all these people. I was like, oh Lord, not in that sense. But everybody knows the Cosby Show, I want everyone to know that it's a Terrence kind of thing show. It's a channel, and I have to tell people, it's literally TV. We're the new like entertainment. Now what was happening, oh no, it's not working on my channel. I'm sorry, Julicia, my link is oh my gosh, it's a mess. If you want to drop a link or drop something, like drop maybe like my latest video or another video, and maybe people can subscribe that way. But I've been trying my best to attack in a positive way Google support and say, when you guys release those handles, everything, I don't know if anybody else, I did a video about it, but other people are experiencing it too. And other people that are like 50K, 80K, 100K, 200K, 300K, they're experiencing those difficulties with their links and their handles. And I just wish they never messed with that, you know, because I never had a problem until the handles went live, and you could, and people, they changed it, and it's just, it works sometimes it doesn't. So I apologize, but if you were wanting to drop something, which I never drop links anymore and stuff, but if you wanted to drop something, you would have to maybe just actually go to YouTube and type in It's a Terrence Kind of Thing, or do one of the latest videos. So I apologize to anybody who wants to just do the easy way, click on the link, but I don't do that anymore anyway. I stopped that like months ago. But
there's a lot of people over here, especially my subs, you know, they need to take inspiration from you too. You know, so every time, you know, I'll drop your link there because, you know, these people in the UK, they need motherfucking God in their life, bro.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
You know, and your channel will be the first port that I'd say, look, you know, if you want that inspiration for something different to what us UKers are, you know, putting, get across the pond, because that's where it's happening. You know, that's where
I love that.
Positivity from anyway, you know. And I went on the panel the other day actually. I don't know if you know the channel. It's called Wax something from America.
Wax.
Yeah, Wax. Wax AP, I think it's called, or Wax AJ.
I don't know. I know AAP Varieties channel from the US, but I don't know that.
Was it Wax AP?
Maybe Wax A, probably something. I think is it a couple? Or
it's a West Indian guy, and he has a lot of Jamaican. Okay. There was like 4 of them on the panel. I thought, let me just jump on over and see what's happening. And they let me on the panel, and you know, Wax let me on the panel, and you know, they were talking about rap music.
Oh wow! Okay.
So the question came into the equation. They said, "See over here, over there, is it drill music you've got over there?" And then we've got another name for it over here in the UK. But anyway, they were on about like where did it originate from, and I said, well, that was it. Drill music is from America, Chicago, somewhere in Chicago, I think it was started.
Oh wow!
And over here we've got grime. We called it grime over here.
Grime.
Grime. GRIME. Grime.
Grime. Oh, like grimy. Grime. Okay, grime. Oh, so then you call that the rap music?
You call it drill. And the debate was, where did drill music first originate? It was either UK or Chicago. And straight away I put on I went, that's your thing. That started in Chicago in like 2000. But grime music in the UK started in 1990. But it's two completely similar. It's the same but different, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. Wow, that's crazy. And in 1990?
1990, I believe it started over here.
That's just not long ago.
Not that long ago, but for the drill to be started over there stateside in 2000, you know, there's a debate on that, and you know, I loved the debate with the guys, and they welcomed me, you know, and then eventually it got a bit wild, and I went, well, catch you later, guys.
Oh wow, that's so. So when you say wow, was it, you're saying like maybe within the chat and then people on the panel, like it was nothing concerning you?
No. It was all motherfucking this and motherfucking nigger and. You know, I thought, mate, it's time for me to like chill out now. And
bro, I feel uncomfortable. I can't even imagine how you feel.
See, the way they were saying it's like it's like in a friendly way, because when say two West Indian people talk to each other, you are my nigger. But over here, to me, it's seen from my eyes that you don't call somebody that name. You don't call somebody.
Yeah, I don't use it. But I don't. I have my cousins and I got some family members that use that terminology, but I don't. I don't say things like, I'm not gonna say like cracker. I'm not gonna say nigger. I'm not gonna say any of that. The reason why I just said that just to make, I'm saying it just to make a point, but I don't know. Look, I promise you, I'm not trying to be somebody that I'm not. I'm just silly as hell. But that's the last thing I want to talk about. Like, I want to say, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Instead of, hey, what's up, my nigga?
I thought, man, I'm getting out of this one.
I just don't do that, and I just never have. And I have people that come into my chat and maybe, obviously in the Black community, and maybe they say it. Now, let me tell you, I respect people. I respect people and what they want to say. Because honestly, even people may get upset. Oh my gosh, Terrence, he said it. Official talk, like it doesn't. That never has done anything to me. That's also something Mary and I talked about. People with these trolls, they're letting these thugs behind the computer or whatever literally dictate their live streams of their life, and people are running away from YouTube. It's people that are monetized in my community that are part of my channel. They're monetized, probably making anywhere from $200 to $1,000 a month on YouTube, and they let trolls run them away. They let trolls run them away, and I just it's flabbergasting. Stevie, boy, Billy says a faux shizzle, my nizzle. I'm pretty bad with that. I'm bad with that too. I'm bad with the ebonics, and I'm a nerd, y'all. I'm a nerd.
That's a Snoop Doggy Dogg sort of saying, isn't it?
It is. Wow. You are just like, I'm not even just saying this. You are absolutely awesome. I love your attitude. I love the energy. Don't change your whole dynamic with your channel, but like I said, just introduce more, a little bit more positivity along with the drama. Because let me tell you, drama sells. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I will put a comment up and I'll say, I'm just done with this. I can't anymore. And I do like a funny thumbnail, and I get so many people. I get so many people in my live stream in the beginning. And when they see that Terrence ass ain't even upset, he got us again, and they get out. They're out. And it's like it goes from 40 to like 19. And I'm like, where you going? So
I had a phone call just before I come live. I had a phone call with one of my good friends, and I went away on a paranormal investigation with him a few weeks back and done a live video on it. And he's phoned me up tonight saying, do you want to come again, a paranormal investigation? He said, this time it's poltergeist. I was like, yeah, man. That'd be awesome. I was very interested when we done the paranormal investigation.
So do you like that? You like paranormal?
I've been a skeptic until I went to my first paranormal investigation.
Oh,
believer.
Wow, I love that stuff. I love it, and it's so much. I'm sure it's a lot where you are in the UK, but it's so much. It's so much here in the US of A. Like it's so many awesome places. I mean, it's just around the world, like the crazy, scary ghost stuff. But I definitely believe it. I tell anybody, do you believe in evil, and do you believe in good? And people say, well, yeah. Well, there's evil spirits, there's good spirits, but there are spirits, and and for me, I can only speak for me, and from and the feelings, and also what I know I experienced, and I mean, I don't know. You can't force people. Somebody can see maybe a spirit or something literally in front of their face, and it could even touch them, and they would say, "Oh yeah, that wasn't that," and it could even. I mean, some people just have their minds made up, and the same thing with say the paranormal activity that they have their minds made up with YouTube. Like a lot of people just, I'm serious, what I've came in contact with, they can't take constructive criticism. They feel like everything they say and do is right. I am so over the fact that people, I said, you guys, who are you going to listen to? Somebody who at the time I had maybe 50K. Who are you going to listen to? The woman that has like maybe 400 subscribers, or the guy who has a little bit over 50? She was like, you can't say subscribe. What are you talking about? Who is making this mess up on YouTube? I'm telling you, I have contacted Google support, I mean, countless times. And we're talking about COVID and this and that. I'm telling you, somebody is spreading these horrible things on YouTube, and I'm sorry, the people who are a follower are believing it, and they don't do their research. I tell everybody, when you wrote your term papers for high school. Now we have to write a term paper, when we're seniors in high school, and you had to do your thesis. You have to make sure of certain things. You have to research and do your citations and all that, and make sure that this is credible. Have your sources. People don't research stuff. They don't find out for themselves, and then they're gonna be up the creek without a paddle. You gotta be okay.
Yeah.
You gotta be okay. You can't stop the. I don't know. You got to stop the hearsay and maybe your opinion or certain things. I tell everybody, try your best to come with laws, not theories, and come with facts. And so laws, not theories, and facts, and not fiction. Try your best to really, really research what you're talking about, because honestly, this YouTube, I mean, I'm serious. It used to be for me, before I even started content, like I would even say like 6-7 years ago, I would just come on. It was so entertaining. And for me, I can say that it is for me with my channel, but a lot of channels I'm getting into, and it's a bunch of back and forth, and that's okay. We need a happy median for drama. We need it, but you can't have it where it overpours into everything, and now everything is drama, and then people are starting to dox people and to go out and actually harm people. People are losing their lives, and I mean, I don't think that I signed up for that, so I keep my stuff. I'm gonna be real. I don't mind speaking my mind, but I'm still gonna come with a ton of respect, and that's just what I do. And I'm not, like I tell people, don't change you, but just be careful and be mindful,
Yeah, I mean, how did you start like your YouTube career? I mean, because you're touching on like over 100K subs, aren't you? How did it all start for you with
so
YouTube?
Actually, so first of all, for me, YouTube started because I wanted to learn how to do some things with the car. My dad's a mechanic. Sometimes he made, this was like, oh my gosh, years ago. I was out of high school at the time, but maybe he needed something, certain things with a tire or something on the car, and we go to YouTube. You remember Ask Jeeves or Ask Jeeves? Ask Jeeves or Ask Jeeves. It used to be another thing like with Google or YouTube where you can just like, type something in, and then you could. It's like a search engine, and you find out what's the best restaurant in town or certain things or whatever. it was a time around that time, and then that left, and then more things like MySpace and College Club, and then YouTube came about. But YouTube was like a thing of pretty much. I tell people, YouTube was really like a how-to thing. It wasn't kind of like the slot community, or you have the gun clubs, you have the drama sector, you have the lifestyle blog niche, kind of like mine. It used to be just how to. So that's exactly what I started for. I mean, I literally would get on YouTube just to learn how to do some things, to see people do it, so I could save money, and my dad can learn different things within his business. Because he, auto mechanic business. Now since then he's retired, but we learned a lot from YouTube. I would help my dad with that. But my junior and senior year, I wanted to learn how to tie a tie. I didn't know how to do a tie, and for my class night and for my graduation, and YouTube taught me that. So now getting into college, I played a lot of tennis I've been playing tennis since I was 10. I would get on YouTube and I learned how to, do a forehand better. It was all like how to, how do I do this? How do I do this? That's why a lot of people who are really, really successful still go that route with YouTube, because YouTube is a search engine. You want to, if you got, and that's what I'm learning to do myself with my channel. But if you want to learn something, or if you have something to share and teach, YouTube is like the place for you. So with me coming on and learning these things, and I just said, okay, you know what? I don't know if I could ever really do this. I didn't know really money was involved with it, but I was like, I don't know if I can really do this, and I don't know, like I don't even have the equipment. And then I saw this Peach McIntyre, this young lady who is in the state of Florida. At the time, she had 5 kids, married, just lost her job. I mean, doing everything on her cell phone, and she became monetized. And her first YouTube check was $3,000. And I said, there is no way in heck that this woman made $3,000 from YouTube. But what it was, a lot of people, she did make that. Now Peach is now a millionaire. She's not Mr. Beats, but she makes millions in a year. I can tell you that, And so my deal is, I'd be grateful to make, 10,000 in a year, but I can say that I've met that goal less than a year, but I want to start making 10,000 every month, But with that being said, you gotta put this content out. And so me really researching people, a lot of bigger channels, I started to copy them. You heard it right. I copy them, but I put my twist on my videos.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. 1 second. I got juice and a little bit of liquor.
Just got my juice.
Oh, did you? Wow.
A bit first.
Great minds think alike.
Definitely. But
is that a Coke? Oh wow, I love Coke.
A bit of Coca-Cola.
I got something. Simply Juice.
Simply Peach. That sounds interesting. Is that a soft drink? Is it?
It's like a juice. It's like it's an all natural juice. Mm-hmm.
I mean, this hotel. When I probably got in about 9 o'clock last night. I booked in, and we travelled from 11 o'clock. Yesterday.
Oh, really?
And we reached there about 9 o'clock. And somebody that I was going to come down and visit, who I've done a podcast with, Brian Cockrell. I put my bags on the floor in the hotel room, and I received and I received a message. Somebody's lobbed a brick through Brian Cockle's window. Now, this is the sort of behaviour that's going on YouTube in the UK. You know, because of this gentleman, he's if I say he is a big underworld figure. And he used to go around taxing all the big drug dealers, you know, and that's
wow,
proper gangster, you know, underworld figure in the UK.
mm-hmm.
And he recently had major surgery on his spine, you know, so he hasn't been too well.
Yeah.
And this is what's happening, you know. There's guys online through the jealousy of his lifestyle, how he used to be, you know, as an underworld figure. You know, they decide it's okay to pick a slab up and put it straight through his window. Now, this is the sort of bad behaviours that we're having to put up with in the UK, you know,
Wow.
from the trolls and, you know, and when I got that message, I was like, mate, if I was there, you know, they wouldn't have never put that brick through that window. You know, I would have rugby tackled them before they even thought about picking it up. But this is the sort of behaviours of these trolls in the UK. And this is the extent that they go to, man. I mean, I've never seen it before through jealousy. It's crazy, man. And
that's a lot, bro. That's a lot more than crazy. That is absolutely like scary as hell. Wow.
I mean, somebody I spoke to, you know, they said somebody's going to lose their life or get in serious trouble over this YouTube in the UK.
Yeah,
you know, with all the
I'm telling you,
crazy, man.
It's real. It happens. It's a real thing. One moment. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna get some. Just gonna get a napkin. Sorry. I spilled a little juice.
Yeah, and I mean, I bumped into a couple of other YouTubers from the UK this morning. You know, that I've been on the podcast with, and I've got to know, you know, over the YouTube platform. But to meet them in person, and then probably around about 3 o'clock, I decided, you know, to go and visit Brian. You know, and the first thing I got out of the taxi and I seen his window all boarded up, and I thought, man, this is just craziness, man. If you've got a problem, I mean, what's the point of chucking a brick through the window and running away? You know, why not just knock the door and speak to the guy and sort your problem that way? Don't chuck bricks. It's crazy, man.
Absolutely. I agree. I support exactly what you just said. You know what? It may be a little, some people probably not be that great with actual face-to-face confrontation, but that's not the way to do it, you know, because honestly, some folks are crazy, and I can tell you that much so in the US. And you got to be careful out here, you know. I try my best to do right by people, but you know what? Even the person that does right by themselves and others and stuff still can be targeted, you know.
I mean, you know, I get the distinct feeling. I mean, I'm one, like, you know, I've got into a bit of drama myself, you know, and there was once upon a time, somebody was like doxing me, you know, and I was
they doxed you,
and I was trying. I gave the good as what I got, and then when we made it up, you know, and we started talking now. We sat down and had a little joke about it. He said, Steve, you're relentless and you're ruthless. He said, I've never met anybody that's matched up against my standard. He said, but you know, you was relentless, and you know, and I sat back. He said, Steve, he said, do you know you made 300 videos about me in 2 weeks? and I went, wow, was it that much? He said, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that you're you know, the resilient and persistent, and yeah, all those awesome adjectives. That's
we ended the feud, you know, and now we're speaking
And
now.
I
And
love that. That's what it's about.
I mean,
That's
not
what it's
going around
about.
chucking bricks through windows. I mean, the guy recently had, like I say, major spine.
Yeah, major spine surgery. You said, yeah.
So he was near enough paralyzed, you can say. And to wait till the man's kicked down. Now, if this was 10 years ago, Brian would have rolled through him like a steamroller, no problem. He was known as the UK's fifth hardest gangster or underworld figure in the UK.
That's a huge title, bro. That's a big title.
If you ever get a chance, have a look on YouTube for Donald.
I'm gonna write it down.
Donald McIntyre.
Donald?
Yeah, Donald.
Donald. Donald.
L. No D.
Oh, Donald. Yeah. Okay.
McIntyre.
Okay.
And put Brian Cockrell, the tax man, and watch that documentary, and that's the guy that I'm referring to. He went from the character you'll see in that documentary, you know, to basically, you know, not being able to really stand or do much for himself. The operation he's had. And, you know, when you're an underworld figure and a gangster, well, sometimes, you know, your past can catch up with you because you have that reputation to keep.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when you're down like this is when your enemies, you know, be kicking and, you know, why all I ask the world is why chuck a brick through someone's window and run away? You know, that's not a statement. That's a coward's act, you know.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
And I mean, 10 years ago, when you see that documentary, you understand why I say if they'd done it 10 years ago, you know, they'd get steamrolled over, no problem, you know. But the guy's changed his life around, you know, he's found God, you know, and that's what's changed him from being a gangster, you know, to being an everyday light person, which I've got a lot of respect for, because to come away from that gangster lifestyle, you know, and then seek God, you know, and then become an everyday Joe Blogg, you know, it's hard to do that, you know, because when you're setting your lifestyle away,
it's almost like, you know, you'd fear that you lose that respect, you know, that you pretty much that you've had all your life and just that independency. Wow, that's something. That is.
You
but
know,
bro, I'm sorry. I hate to like get up on here and run. I really want to spend just a little time with you, but I do have to go. I have to call back a few people. I'm actually going to be on another live stream in a little while. I'm a busy man, bro. I'll tell you. I try my best.
That's why I'm lucky to catch you now, and it's been an absolute privilege, you know, to have you on this channel. An absolute privilege, sir.
You know, thank you so much.
Your time, you're a very busy man, but I've got you. You're welcome any single day of the week that I do a live. You're more than welcome to come on, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. God bless you. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, bro. This has been fun. Thank you. Have a wonderful one. God bless you too. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you later.
Pleasantry surprise that was, guys. That's it's a Terence kind of thing. Great guy. You know, I've got a lot of time and a lot of respect, a lot of love for that guy. You know, if you want inspiration, if you want picking up, you know, pop on over to his channel, watch his content. You know, the guy's so passionate in every single podcast that he does, and you can tell, you know, that he's a passionate guy. Absolute privilege to have the gentleman on. Absolute privilege. Big up, it's a Terence kind of thing, sir. And I know you're a very busy man. You know, and I'm graced, you know, I'm privileged to have have your time, sir, on my channel, and you're welcome. Anytime you want to come on, you're welcome, sir. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, I want to bring, you know, new things across onto my channel, and I know, you know, I've been involved in, you know, a little bit of drama, you know, just lately. But you know, this is maybe the good that I do, you know, to bring new faces, you know, to bring new characters, you know, across to my channel. You know, which is the way that I want to continue. You know, I need to sidestep some of these idiots, you know, that want to put a load of garbage out there about me. You know, but this time, you know, I got sidestepped and distracted. You know, and I stepped my foot in, you know, and started giving back, you know, which I should have just ignored the bloody lot of them, you know, and just continue, you know, with what work I want to push and put out there. You know, so I'm going to be stepping away now, you know, from all that, you know, backward and forwards with people. You know, if they want to say stuff about me, you know, they can say what they like. I think the only reason I stepped in, you know, they started saying horrible things about my wife, and I haven't quite learned, you know, how to avoid situations where people want to, you know, say nasty, horrible things about my wife. To me, you know, I can control the side and walk away and just say, look, you can say what the hell you want about me. You know, but unfortunately, you know, when they're saying horrible things about my wife, you know, that becomes, you know, personal. You know, and I've got to learn to avoid them and you know, be the better man in it all. You know, and turn around and say, well, you know, I'm not going to let it bother me. You can say what the heck you like. And unfortunately, you know, when it comes to my wife, I'm a bit more overprotective than probably, you know, the average human. You know, it is YouTube, and you know, unfortunately, you know, I got dragged in, and I should have just walked away because faceless and nameless and voiceless accounts, you know, they don't deserve my time. So you stay out of others' troubles, you have enough going off. Yes, that is absolutely true. Battery going to go, Steve. Was lovely meeting you today. Stay positive, my mate. Yes, the Nutter Channel, an absolute flipping privilege, you know, to meet you, sir, in person. Tell Torbs to get that picture up because I want to steal a picture that he's got. The picture he got is a lot better than mine. So the next time I'm down, we're gonna have to have you know, have a bit more time. But the time that we did have, I mean, thank you ever so much, sir, for welcoming me. You and Torbs, you know, true gentlemen. No, yeah, I bumped into the Nutter Channel today, and Torbs taking our rights back. Two absolute amazing people, you know, absolute gentlemen, the pair of them. How they are online is how they are in real life. You know, it's a privilege to bump into them. It's a privilege to, you know, meet them in person. And, you know, I don't mind going out of my way, you know, to meet these good, decent people. Brian, it was better last night. Anytime, mate. Big up and all the real ones. Exactly, the Nutter Channel, you know. Yeah, it's absolute privilege, you know, to have your time and to meet up with you in person, you know, and have the crack and you know have a laugh and a joke. You know, that's how it should be. You know what I mean? I would never go out of my way to go and meet the arseholes, you know, off of this thing here. You know, I was hoping maybe Torbs was going to pop down, you know, in a little bit. I'll just have to wait and see if Torbs wants to come out to play. But yeah, I'm glad to have bumped into you, you know, and maybe next time I'm down, you know, I'll have to get hold of you, and you know, we go and have a coffee somewhere. Big up the Nutter channel, true gentleman. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, that's why, you know, I've started looking across the pond, you know, for some of the decent channels that are over there in America, you know, just to make this. Where did you go, Steve? Middlesbrough, in the borough. You know, I'll come down, give the wife a break, down to Borough, Cindy Collector. You know, I wanted to go in and, you know, see Brian and Emma, and it's just so unfortunate that, you know, no sooner had I put my bags down, you know, in the place that I'm staying, did I receive a message saying that, you know, Brian and Emma's windows went through. You know, I wanted to go straight over there and then, but you know, my wife needed a bit of a rest, you know, because we were traveling for over 4 hours, you know, yesterday, you know, to get down here. But then to hear, you know, somebody put his windows through, a coward act. You know, of course, the weight of the when I got there to see Brian today, it was like a paving slab. You know, it was the weight of a paving slab. This brick that come crashing through the window, and it was a godsend. You know, that it never hit one of them on the head, because the person who threw that, if it had hit them on the head, they could have been looking at attempted murder charge, or at the worst a murder charge, and you know, they could have lost their freedom and life, you know, just for an act of stupidity of chucking a brick through a window. You know, their life could have been zapped from under their feet just like that. Absolute coward fucking act. But thankfully, you know, other than, you know, Emma being a little shook up, you know, they wasn't hurt, thank God. But I mean, that's how stupid these acts, and this is what's happening, and you know, this is what it's boiled down to now. You know, with all these stupid arguments and drama, and you know, stuff like that. And then straight after Brian's window got put through, I received a nasty message, you know, saying that I'm next. You know, so you know, at the end of the day, they're just fucking mindless idiots that, you know, today or yesterday they could have quite easily have been on an attempted murder charge. You know, people need to start, you know, thinking, you know, before they go started taking action, you know, in this way. You know, and if it's their plan to injure somebody, you know, chucking a brick through the window and running away, that's a coward's act, that is. You know, that's not sending any sort of a statement to somebody. That's just being a plain and utter fucking coward. Because I'm supporting Brian, because you know, I'm kind of you know, helping Brian out. You know, they obviously don't like the fact that I support Brian and Emma, and you know, they're saying, you know, I'm next. But what they don't realise is, This morning, I was one street away from their fucking door. You know, this is what's going on, you know, because you support individuals, and just because you support this person or you support that person and they don't like it, you know, this is the lengths that people are going to. You know, that's why it's right what Yami B said in his video. You know, somebody's going to get badly hurt. You know, and it don't show nothing more, you know, than an act of cowardness. You know, to chuck a slab through somebody's window. You know, it's getting ridiculous out there. Anyway, Brian PC, how are you doing? It is, Brian. You know, it's burning people deep down. You know, with hate. You know, and I don't understand what the point of, you know, chucking a brick and smashing someone's window and running off. You know, why not just knock on the door, you know, and resolve your issue that way? Knock on the door, you can chat it out, you know, and, you know, there's no point being stupid, because how would they feel if that hit Brian or Emma on the head and they died? Could they live with themselves with the fact that they'll be looking at a life sentence, you know, for an act of stupidness? You know, that's what they should ask themselves. What have they actually achieved, you know, from putting somebody's window in? You know, and that's why, you know, Yami B was correct, you know, with what he said. You know, ain't going to end well, you know, for some people. You know, and the person, you know, that sent me that message saying I'm next, well, bring it on, mate. You know, I don't care. You know, maybe you will get hurt, not me. You know, and, you know, it's absolute craziness. You got a problem with somebody, you know, don't go putting windows through, because you might end up on a fucking murder charge next time. Think, you know, before you start acting, because it might just be your life that will get turned upside down and not the person that you're chucking the bricks at. You know, but I mean, that's the character people I want to try and bring on my show, guys. You know, a couple of people from, you know, over in America. You know, their YouTube channels are, you know, completely different to like our channels over here, and it's always a pleasure to have someone different, a different face, you know, onto the channel. You know, which is what I've started looking at. I've started sending me channel across the pond. You know, and there's going to be a few more, you know, that are going to be wanting to come over and, you know, jump on my podcast with me. And you know, this is what I want to try and bring to my channel, guys. You know, different characters and different faces, different people. Steve, I hope that's zero you're drinking. I couldn't get any zero. I could only get that. Why is it? Is this normal Coke bad for me? Is it? Well, now she's Mardy Burn. I've even seen. Is diet or zero Coke? Is that better? You know, than normal. Yeah, Steve, bring something different to. Yeah. Wow, 3/4 sugar. Looks like I'm going to be hyperactive, guys, for the next hour. I had a choice, either that or I think the only other drink they done was Sprite. I think that's a bit like lemonade, I think, isn't it?
Lemonade's good for you. White top. Dark top.
Who did Brian's windows? Who do you think it was, Kidder Lang? Who do you think done Brian's windows?
I know who it is.
I don't drink any fizzy stuff. Normally I don't, if I was at home, then I wouldn't. But it seems like they've got a lack of zero Coke down here. Looks like they all want to be fatties down in this area. They all want to help people, put some weight on. Zero sugar drinks, but be mindful of the artificial sweeteners too. No, Jaleese drinks vodka straight. I don't say who on the live, Steve. Yeah, see, normally if I was back home, I would have had I would have had zero or Diet Coke. Cranberry juice, somebody's been telling me before to, start drinking. That's supposed to be healthy. And I kind of do like cranberry juice. I've tried it before. When I found out, that my liver was damaged, I had to change my whole diet altogether. And the doctor then was telling me stuff like cranberry juice, and it was cranberry juice, wasn't it? Yeah, cranberry juice. I was drinking that by the carton load, and I've got to go and have some more blood tests to see how badly it is damaged it is. I mean, but they were telling me that my liver was damaged to the extent of like somebody who used to drink a litre bottle of vodka a day for 3 years. That's how damaged that they compared my liver. But the problem is I don't drink. That's the funny thing about it. I don't drink, so I don't understand, how I've managed to damage my liver. The only way I can think is that, quite a few years back, I did take a course of steroids. And the doctor was saying that could possibly have come back, to bite me on the arse. I drink petrol to keep the fire in my belly. Don't be walking by any bonfire or fires. That will ignite the flame, wouldn't it, Stevie boy? That will ignite the flame. 2 seconds, guys. Not in here, is it?
What?
Turn it down a bit.
Oh,
is that nearly charged?
This one's 78%.
No.
But Roy's charged too as well. By the way.
Oh. Hey?
Brian.
Brian?
Yeah.
What's he put?
I I'll show you.
Yeah, warm water, Steve, clears the kidneys right out. A liver will repair, but it takes time. The liver is the only organ that will regenerate well in time.
That's my pot. That's wood.
Just received a message off Brian, but I'm not going to repeat, on here. Fucking cowards, man! I'm telling you. I mean, Angelic, give us a wave. Oh.
Yeah, you took the front pocket with you.
Oh. Come and say a few words.
Yeah, I thought this one was going on because it's cold sore. Fucking annoying. But it's so annoying. It's one of my freaking lips. Ow. Yeah, it's going slowly. You keep picking on it.
I think Cindy Collector's put some emojis on, but I can't see the emojis. It just comes up and says waving hand, pink, waving hand, pink.
Yeah, that is
So I think
emoji.
that's the waving emoji, I think.
Yeah. Of course it is.
It's kind of sad, just to think that, these guys are going to, that extent. Brian's vaccine injury is slowly killing him. No, he seems to be Angelic, come and tell Steve off for stealing a kiss on our first date. Steve, Angelic, come and tell Stevie off for stealing a kiss on our first date. She's just gone to the toilet, Jaleese. She'll be back in a minute. I'll try and entice Angelic to come on and speak to you guys for, a couple of minutes. Yes, I know, Cindy. You're having a nice love affair with Stevie Boy, aren't you? When you coming up Scotland, Steve? I was meant to have been going up to Glasgow this weekend. But when we looked at the travelling time, we're definitely gonna make it down that way. Maybe over the next over the next 4 months, we'll try and get down to Scotland for sure. If we got luck on our side, we'll definitely try and get down, somewhere over the next 4 months. I did promise. Right, babe.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of cold sore out. Actually.
You've got something to do.
What?
Angelic, come and tell Stevie off. That's Stevie Boy Billings.
Yeah.
Off for stealing a kiss on our first date. You got to tell Stevie Boy off.
What the fuck is tell him what for? Blokes are blokes. They do what they want to do. I don't tell this one off. Well, blokes do. Blokes are romantic. Well, some are. Some
Yeah, definitely positive vibes. There's a couple of people. I mean, if I ever made it up to Scotland, that I would like to, visit. I was thinking and talking about Glasgow. It's just the travelling time. If I can reduce it down somehow, but definitely we'll try and get up there over the next 4 months for sure. It'd be nice to meet yourself and meet, one or two other people. It'd be great. Stevie Boy Billings says, Matt loving playtime. Get in there, Stevie Boy.
That's a bloke. Never tell a bloke off because I don't tell mine off.
I mean, if we do get to come down that way, it'll probably be for over a weekend. Where just trying to think whereabouts. Is that Scotland or Glasgow? Is that Glasgow or Scotland positive?
Glasgow is in Scotland.
Yeah, but Glasgow's a bit further up than, you got Scotland and then you got like Glasgow up the north end of Scotland, I think. I am an hour away from Glasgow. We definitely pencil that in, over the next 4 months, we'd definitely have a tour of Glasgow. I'd love to bump into, Alex, and yourself.
So I go by my schedule, actually, because I'm very busy. What do you want to do that?
But definitely somewhere over the next 4 months, we'd definitely come up and tour up in Glasgow for sure.
I've got a very busy schedule.
As long as I can fill it in around
My dialysis session.
And Angelic's dialysis sessions and stuff, then we'd definitely come up to Glasgow for a weekend.
Well, I can do for Friday to Sunday, no problem. Hospital for you. It's a pain in the head. Hospitals for you. They think they control you.
But yeah, I mean, I had a great day today. Meeting some people that that I've been on podcasts on over this YouTube, and I think that's what it's meant to be about. Getting out there, not just tapping it over the keyboard. Getting out there and actually meeting the people in person. So there isn't just like a side to me that I'm willing to get up and go them distances to actually meet the people in person, be it good or be it bad. I mean, I just don't understand the mentality of some people, and the lengths they go to, through their jealous fits of rage. But Brian and Emma certainly didn't deserve having a big lump of fucking concrete put through their window. But what people say, what goes around comes around, and karma's going to serve them served up cold. Because as guys know, every action causes a reaction, and like I say, it's a godsend that that piece of concrete didn't hit anybody on their head. You know, otherwise, you know, I don't think they'd be quite laughing now, would they? Sat in the police station, you know, looking at a attempted murder or a murder charge. You know, but to quite frankly say that I'm next, you know, just because I support a certain individuals, you know, it shows the mentality, you know, of these individuals that will go to these lengths. But one thing I do know, you know, it'd be a completely different outcome if they'd done that to me. You know, I'm not as vulnerable. You know, I've got my full health. You know, unlike picking on somebody, you know, that's just come out of like major surgery. Gonna jump over, see Bobby interview with DH, ex-business partner Simon. Laters, everyone. Yeah, take it easy, positive, and you know, I'll definitely get down that neck of the woods over the next 4 months for sure. When that's going to be interesting, that interview, you know, with that Simon. I wonder what the guy's got to say. Oh, is it on tomorrow? Oh, brilliant. That means I'll get to watch it. It won't clash with me live. So, I mean, that'd be very interesting to hear what gets said. It's one thing after another with that guy. Steve, it's tomorrow tea time. Now, this is one, Jalise. You know, like people when they say tea time, you know, I think tea time to me is round about like anywhere between about 4 and 6. Is that right? Bobby just put a video up. I thought it was live tonight, but very interesting. Bobby, is that which Bobby's that? The Honest Truth? Is that the Honest Truth, Bobby, that's doing the interview with Simon? I think the only Bobby I know is the Honest Truth. Bobby, is that who's doing the interview? I mean, because if it is, I'd love to, you know, I'd love to co-host with Bobby on that one. I think Simon will have a lot of interesting facts to, you know, let us know. It's NFG channel, and Bobby Honest Truth be on it too. Oh, that's interesting. I think I might contact NFG and ask if he don't mind if I join the panel on that one. You know, I think that would be very interesting. So I'll have to I'll send Bobby a message actually, and then I'll get hold of NSG and ask if he don't mind if I jump on the panel with them guys for that one. That would be very interesting to hear what Simon's got to say. Tranquilizer. Tranquilizer. At least it's better than the body in the bog. There we go. There's NFG's channel link in the chat, guys. If you want to subscribe to The Honest Truth and to NFG, their links are in the chat, people. Does anyone have that channel they can put in? The Honest Truth, pop on over, give The Honest Truth Bobby a subscribe, guys, and also NFG channel there. Pop on over, give their channel a subscribe, and you'll be notified then, you know, when they're going live. That's one definitely not to miss, guys. Definitely going to be the interview of the week, that one for sure. You know, so pop on over, and if it's up there, and get your notification bells rung over there on NFG. That's surely an interview not to be missed. And if any of you ain't ever tried one, if you can get one down your way, I'd advise you guys to try a Parmo. I tried one tonight, and it was very, very nice. I had the bolognese Parmo. Down my way, you can't get stuff like that, so it must be just a thing for up these like neck of the woods, you know, sort of food. But you know, if any of you have an opportunity to, I'll definitely recommend you guys trying the Parmo. But yeah, that's definitely a podcast not to be missed, guys. As you can see, Julisse and Positive, you know, I've put their links there in the chat. That's going to be a very interesting podcast, guys. There's going to be a lot of facts to come out, you know, as regards DH. That's definitely one not to be missed, guys. No, see, I don't mind, you know, going out of my way, you know, to meet some of these guys that I'm talking to on the regular. You know, like I say, I bumped into the Nutter channel and taken our rights back Torbs. Had a great crack, you know, with him this morning. You know, and you know, this is the good side, you know, that I will find. But then, unfortunately, you know, sometimes I put my foot in it, you know, and get involved in dramas that, you know, I don't necessarily need to get involved with. You know, I've got to start learning, you know, to just, if people want to make videos about me, calling me this and calling me that, you know, that's the only little downside that I've got. But, you know, I've got to learn, you know, to just let them get on. And, you know, if they want to say crap like that about me, then, you know, I'm going to leave them to. They're faceless, voiceless accounts. You know, none of them will ever put their face to the camera, you know, to, you know, slag all these people off. But, you know, I've got to learn just to, you know, let it fly over my head. You know, I'm not getting involved in it because, you know, as you can see, guys, there is a good side to me. You know, I've got a lot of people, you know, that put faith and respect into my corner. You know, I just feel sometimes that I let them down. You know, when I start getting involved in these stupid tit for tat dramas. You know, so I'm gonna try and avoid that. You know, and just get back to, you know, being the positive and happy content churner. And along the way, hopefully meet some of these good people, you know, off the YouTube platform. We told Nutter to start doing night lives because 5 a.m. I'm not watching lives. Yeah, I mean, he's I think what it is, he gets up in the morning and he's always spending a heck of a lot of time with his children and with his wife, and I think the only moments he gets a bit of quietness is in the mornings, 5 or 6 a.m. It'd be nice if he could do some evening lives, because I mean, at that time in the morning, there's not many people up, or if you put it onto an evening, I think that might work well, with a heck of a lot more people that are asking, because he is a good guy, and the way that he runs his channel, it's probably quite different, to everybody else. It's not, he don't tolerate no drama and no getting involved. If like, I'm a mod on his channel, and there's quite a few mods that I don't get on with on his channel, but that don't mean to say, I need to go causing unnecessary, dramas about it. They leave me alone, I leave them alone. But I do want to, start taking some inspiration from, podcasters like it's a Terrence kind of thing, because he's knocking on, over 100k subs. And these are the fresh faces, that I want to, bring over here, from America. There's probably about 5 channels stateside, that I've started branching out, and reaching out to, over there, and it'll be great, to have them all on one by one, and then hopefully try and get it on the regular, because some people, they do want to see, different characters, different face, a fresh bit of face, to the podcasting world. And as you all quite clearly seen tonight, I get on very well with It's a Terrence kind of thing, and that's the sort of characters that I want to be branching out to, and bringing across, onto my lives. I know a lot of you have been screaming out, for fresh new faces, and that's exactly what I want to, bring across onto my channel. And it's true, I do take inspiration from, channels that are over there in America. A Terrence kind of thing. It's true, I've taken inspiration from him. It just means I'm branching out, and bringing a bit of freshness and fresh faces. I am on to you. So they've been trolling my Facebook. Somebody get rid of that person, please. They've obviously been going across on my Facebook and taking pictures of me and my wife and putting it onto their YouTube channel. Actually, don't get rid of them. Leave them there for a moment. Two seconds, guys. Ridiculous. Anyway, positivity and bringing, like I say, fresh people across. I think that's what YouTube, can do with as a whole. Evening, Alex. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Let me just chuck the link out there in case you want to pop on, my good buddy. If you haven't already done so, guys, give Alex AC Coming Back to Life a subscribe, please, guys. Ace channel, absolute gentleman. Got the link there, Alex. If you fancy popping on for 5 minutes, I've just had one of me buddies from across America, pop on and grace me with some of his time. He's a very busy gentleman. You're all having a great, excellent weekend, Alex. I've taken the wife away for a couple of days, so we've had another bit of a break. And, I've been down to see Brian and Emma today. Went and spent, a few hours with Brian and Emma this evening. And this morning I bumped into the Nutter channel and Torbs taking our rights back, and spent a couple of hours with them. We went in the cafe, had a coffee, and had a good old crack. So I'm slowly getting out there and meeting all the good people from YouTube. Nilo Mac, good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you've all had a wonderful weekend. I certainly have. Yeah, because I find some of these channels, across the pond, stateside, they're interesting guys, and bringing fresh faces over here is exactly what my channel needs. Fingertips are falling off. It's freezing. Alex, yeah, I'll tell you what's interesting me, sir, is those like igloo sort of things made out of ice that you slept in. I'll be really interested in something like that. It's really, really got my interest, that has, Alex. And I'd love to try that one day. Sleeping in a cave made out of ice. You see, you need to get hand warmers. Do you wanna jump on, Alex, if you've got time? Or are you out adventuring still, buddy? Can someone put Nilo Max link in the chat, please? And also AC Coming Back to Life. Can you guys pop one over and give them two channels a subscribe, please? Great guys. Alex has got excellent quality podcasts and videos, which is very interesting. I mean, especially when he was sleeping in like a cave of ice. And Nilo Mac as well. That's another great guy. Give both their channels a subscribe if you haven't done so already, please, guys. It'd be much appreciated. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have spent, a little bit more time with Brian and Emma today. But I had to get back. Before I left the hotel, my wife wasn't feeling too good. And I didn't really want to stay away you know, for that length of time. But, you know, I spent some quality time, you know, with Brian and Emma, and, you know, it's not fair. You know, idiots putting their windows through it. I mean, if that big breeze, it wasn't a breeze block, it was like a slab. You know, that went through. It was really heavy, guys. You know, and if the slab had hit one of them on the head, I mean, like these stupid idiots, you know, could have been looking at a murder or attempted murder charge if it hit one of them on the head. You know, and they wouldn't be laughing then. You know, I just don't understand, you know, the mentality of them. You know, they're deceiving and raging with jealousy. Yep, and also David Mills, evening. I've just seen you there, mate. David's channel links there in the chat, guys. Pop one over and give David a subscribe, please, guys. I've seen that picture of AC in the cave with the lights on. Should have thumbnailed it. The rave in the cave. Yeah, I mean, that looks really interesting, Nilo. You know, I just wish that I could have, you know, got down. Is that you, Alex? Is that Alex or is that an imposter? Hey!
I'm a spaceman.
How you doing, buddy?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. I've spent the past couple of nights down in Borough,
Right.
and I popped in to see Brian and Emma earlier on. What's that on your feet, Alex?
Crocs.
Wow.
Wee bit of snow falling.
I tell you what, that was bloody interesting when I seen you in that cave. I thought, man, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, that's so to dig one of them out, you're moving about 12 to 15 cubic meters of snow. Takes a long time.
Right.
It's a lot of digging.
And how long did that take you to build that?
The one, so that was dug. That's about 3 weeks old. That one, and that took 2 guys about 2.5 solid hours without a break.
Wow.
You're digging and throwing it back, and somebody's clearing behind you. To do it yourself, you're literally, I would say, a good 4 hours to do it yourself. And it's, although it's snow's quite light to shovel, it's very labour intensive. And you've got to get it right, because if it comes in you when you're well in, you've got problems.
You're going to be snowed in, aren't you? And if you haven't got your
Yeah.
bloody pickaxe, you're in a lot of bloody trouble.
Yeah, if it comes in you, you've got big problems. But it's good fun. It's good fun.
Yeah. I said, I mean, I popped in and seen Brian and Emma for about 3 hours today.
How are they?
Well, I mean, last night I put my bags down in the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, about 9 o'clock, and then I received a message from someone showing that a big slab had been put through her window, and I literally wanted to get down to his front door there and then. I mean, I'm only about 10, 15 minutes away, you know, from where they live.
I mean,
you know,
he's nearly 60. I mean, he's, you know, people are talking about getting back at him and stuff for things 30 years ago. Give it a rest, man. It's ridiculous.
Saying the thing is, you know, when I got down there, of course, you know, it's where they were sat in the room, Alex. It's like it's not that much of a big room, and you got the window right in front of you, and they're literally 9 foot beyond from that window, where they were live on the laptop. And you know, when I picked it up, it was a slab, like you know, like a concrete slab. It was heavy.
What if it had landed and Emma broke her leg or worse, hit her in the head? I mean, what if they had grandkids or nephews or nieces or something round? Do you know what I mean? What's wrong with people's brains?
I mean, that little bit of a whatever reason that they decided to chuck a brick through the window and laugh and run. Now, how would they feel sat in the police station right now on an attempted murder, or even worse still, a murder charge for
Yep.
what? It's,
The thing is that in this, with all this YouTube stuff that goes on, that's okay if you can handle it when it comes to your door. People are getting involved in stuff and someone's going to end up badly hurt. And not everyone can handle problems when problems come chapping. And
I
then
mean,
it gets silly. Somebody's going to end up badly hurt.
I got sent a message
Cool.
within 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes of it happening, I got sent a message saying I'm next. I said, guys, I'm in Middlesbrough. I'll meet you at Aldi. You know, they thought I was back home in Telford, you know, and you know, I thought you lot need to think.
It's the work
You
of
know,
a killer, isn't it? Putting something through somebody's window. It's
like I say, in what you say, you know, someone's going to get badly injured, and the thing that they think might be, you know, a laugh and joke to them chucking a brick through a window, that could quite easily have turned into a murder charge. If Emma was 2 more foot in front of where she was, that would have hit her straight on the head.
yeah, it's not cool. They're the absolute scum of the earth. I mean, nah, it's not justified.
No.
It's never justified. Going to people's houses, it's never justified. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's all getting out of hand.
I mean, the good factor in this, if there is a good factor, I mean, there's 14 possible CCTV cameras that have recorded from the beginning, because it's a road where it's one way in, one way out. There's cameras from the starting of the road going around in certain directions that are being viewed, you know, as I'm talking to you now. You know, so no doubt they're going to catch, you know, a vehicle or a person. And I said to Brian, you know, I said, what you need to do, I know you don't want to, you know, but you need to get the police involved, because if Dad hit Emma on the head, this would have been quite a different story.
Wow, doesn't bear thinking about. It's ridiculous, Steve. I'm not into all that, mate. That's not my gig. That's not cool. I don't have any respect for anybody that's putting bricks through people's windows and stuff. They don't deserve it. I like them. They're decent people. They're only trying to do good. Whatever Brian done in his past life was a long time ago. He was in that business. You know, he wasn't robbing old women and damaging stuff and, you know, stealing. He was in that business with bad men. He was in the business of bad men. So you're talking about a guy 30 years ago. People are, come on, man, give it a rest. No one there's women living in the house and they're absolutely innocent. It's got nothing to do with.
They need to use their head, don't they, Alex? Because, I mean, like I say,
I've got shit for brains, these people.
Jealousy, that's what I put it down to. You know, they're jealous because they're, you know, somebody's done maybe better or something different than what they're doing, and they don't like the fact that. But there's no need to be anybody like that. It's wrong.
We all get trolls. As soon as you try to do anything decent, you get trolled. We were online today. We caught a predator in Dublin today, and we were getting trolled for it. You know, I've mobilised a team from Belfast to drive 300 miles down to Dublin to catch a guy for us, and we're getting trolled for it. And it's just like, are you bored? Are you sitting in the house bored? You know, do you feel left out? If it's that bad, come and join us. We're winning. We're winners. That's what we do. So
much respect to you, Alex. I mean, because
I just don't have any time for negative people, Steve. I just don't. They don't exist in my world. Negative people don't exist in my world. I've been around too much bad stuff in my life. I've seen it all. They don't, you know, what good do they bring to the table? Nothing. Nothing. So the less attention we pay to them, you know, they'll get bored and go away. We need to clean it up. We need to clean it all up, all this nonsense. Clean it up. Clean up this corner of YouTube once and for all.
Yeah. I don't know if you know, but there's an interview tomorrow on NFG channel with NFG Bobby and Simon, I believe.
Yeah, I was talking to Simon today. Nice lad, nice guy. Good
He,
luck
he,
to
he,
Simon.
seems a gentleman.
He is. Good luck to him. I know a few guys that know him down there, and he's a decent guy. You know, he's got a bit of a past. He was a bit of a boy and all the rest of it, but he's doing good things. So good luck to him. And through his own diligence, you know, he eventually got a little suspicious and started to look. He's seen it with his own eyes. He didn't need prompted from anyone. Neither he did. He didn't need prompted from anyone. You know, he decided against what he was doing, and for the better, in my opinion. I think he knows that now. He saw how it can turn, and he saw him that we don't like to mention turning on him, and you know.
I mean, I'm definitely going to tune in for that because I think there's going to be some good facts coming out.
Is everybody in the chat having a good weekend?
Yeah, what have you guys been up to this weekend? I mean, I've had a great weekend. You know, I've met 3 new faces that I would never have met, and I've met the Nutter Channel and Torbs taking our rights back this morning. You know, we had a good little bit of a crackdown here in Borough, and
Big Brian, a guy, isn't he?
Yeah. And then to top it all off, I actually met the idol Brian Cockrell. I mean, but I wish it would have been under better circumstances. Yeah. But
when I was offshore, I was down in Wallsend 20 years ago, Steve, and I was working with guys like from the Borough area, Teesside, and they all know Brian. I'm still in touch with some of them today, and Brian Cockrell was a big name, right? And every single one of them to a man. Some of them were quite naughty guys themselves. They all said he's absolutely terrifying. Honestly,
maybe I caught him on a good day.
Yeah, and some of these guys, I've told Brian that story. I know these guys still, you know, and they were tough guys in their own right, and they all said, "Oh, Brian Cockrell's a different kettle of fish. He's just a absolute powerhouse. He's a unit."
Tell you what, he's a fucking mountain of a man.
But in his day, he was absolutely good. You know, probably 25 stone of just absolute power. Big guy.
I wouldn't like to meet him down a dark alley.
He's got a good name down there. I never heard bad things about him. He's got a good name. You need to remember, guys, he was dealing with bad men. That was his business. He wasn't harming the man in the street. You know, the innocent working class guy. He was dealing with bad men.
Yep.
So
I've only ever heard good things about him.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not heard one person say, even the taxi driver, he said, I see the address you're going to. You're going down to Mr. Cockrell's. I was like, how do you know? He said, he's a legend round here. I thought,
boy.
I thought,
good luck to him. Hope he's well. Good luck to him.
I mean, I'm just a bit of a shock, you know, for Emma. I mean, it did shake her up, thinking if she was 2 more foot in front in that room, that would have just conked her on the fucking head. And man, it's just stupid. I mean,
it's desperate times.
They're going to probably find out by tomorrow night, you know, who it was, because, like I say, they're viewing like 14 lots of CCTV. So they've definitely got caught either coming in or going out, and you know.
Just going to show Neil O'Mac my Crocs before I go.
Fucking that's a nice pair.
There you go, Neil. Don't be jealous, mate. I'll send you a pair. Right, I'm going to get off, mate. I've got some bits and bobs to go on me.
Cheers, Alex.
Just come on to say hello, guys. Hope everybody's well. Have a good weekend, okay?
Yeah. Hey, makes a change my channel being a bit positive, in it, and a bit upbeat, and everyone's smiling. It makes a change, doesn't it?
Yeah. Talk later, mate. Okay. Night.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Cheers. There we go, guys. Another excellent, true gentleman there, Alex. And I've got a lot of time for Alex. You know, he does a heck of a lot. you know, to keep our children safe, you know, away from the claws of these evil predators. You know, and if it wasn't for Alex, then, you know, there might just well be like one or two more predators out there on the streets, you know, harming our children. So maximum respect I've got, you know, for Alex. True gentleman. So if you haven't already done so, guys, give AC Coming Back to Life Alex a subscribe, please, guys. You know, hopefully one day, you know, I'll get to meet Alex, you know, in the flesh. You know, I'd really love to, you know, meet Alex in the flesh, because you know, he's a true gentleman. And he's a adventurous as well. I mean, coming from, you know, like a military commando background, you know, he's been doing some interesting stuff, especially, you know, these caves. You know, I'd love to spend a night in one of them ice caves. I'm sure Angelic Angels would love that as well.
No,
Would you do that?
No, because it's too cold. I don't want to do it.
No, Alex says it's pretty warm. But I've always wondered how you sleep on ice and keep warm.
Yeah.
Positivity. I mean, this is how I, you know, this is how I want my lives to stay now. You know, happy and, you know, I suppose it's not often that you see me on the live and I'm smiling and, you know, being generally myself. I mean, but is there any other people that would like to grace my podcast tonight? I'll just stick the link back out there if anybody else wants to jump on. We got Dazzler. You are a better version of yourself from when you were the Equalizer. Cheers, Dazzler. You know, it's really kind of you to say that. All the best, Alex. And please subscribe to AC Coming Back to Life, guys. True gentleman. Absolute gentleman. Let's just read through some of these comments. Links there, guys, if anybody wants to jump on for 5 or 10 minutes. I think you're right there, Nilo. you know, AC could be one of the best channels on YouTube. I mean, there's quite a few. But you know, Alex is in a league of his own, if you ask me, to be fair. You know, when it comes to YouTubes and channels. You know, for sure, he's definitely unique. Come on, 5 minutes positive. Airborne Vlogs, how you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well this evening. Hope you've had a great weekend, mate. More than welcome to jump on for 5 minutes if you want. The link's out there, mate. Jump on and let us know how your weekend's going, what you've been up to. Positive, positive, positive. Positive me either, but Cindy nearly at 2,000 subs, so we are maybe going to do one. Been on a couple of times, but hate being the centre of attention. Want to jump on, David? Don't think you've ever been on my panel, have you? He definitely is. He's on his own. He's on his own level. AC definitely, you know. So you know, in that case, I've got to say, you know, he is one of the best channels out there. You know, he's in his own league and he's top of that league. You know, and he's always admired my attention, you know, with his videos and, you know, the content, you know, that he creates. That's what drew me into AC in the first place. And, you know, I've got to get the guy on. I've got to get Alex back on. I want a part 2. You know, I need to get his message out there. And it's been over 3 months since we done our first podcast as regards to the work that he does up there in Glasgow surrounding you know, the grooming gangs and dangerous sexual predators up there in Glasgow. And you know, I need to get him back on and, you know, get his message you know, back out there. That's what me viewers you know, have been begging me to do, to get Alex back on. You know, they want a part 2, you know, as regards to that side of Alex and you know, the goodness that he does up there in Glasgow, you know, to rid Glasgow of these predators. Jump on Airborne. You know, we can just chat shit. You know, we can just chat, talk about fucking anything you want, no problem. Had it been? Yeah, it's been. I had a look back the other day. I think it's been at least 3 months. You know, and I was meaning, you know, to try and get something regular. You know, with Alex going, and he's been, you know, a busy man, and you know, I understand that. You know, but I'm itching, and me subscribers are itching. You know, to get a part 2. So I'm gonna definitely get that arranged and get that sorted, you know, because it needs keeping to the forefront the message that he has, you know, as regards to Glasgow and, you know, the problems, you know, that arise up there. Just having a quick flick through the what the fuck is a Deca diet? Does it consist of anabolic steroids and pot noodles? David, that happened about 10 years ago. We had a good old natter. Right, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this one up, I think, because I might be upsetting, you know, some of the other guests either side of me by talking so loud. So, guys, cheers for tuning in tonight. You know, it's been a very positive one, and you know, I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow night. You know, I'll come on and do another live. You know, I've got a lot of respect for all of you guys, you know, that come into the chat and contribute, you know, to the conversations into the chat. And, you know, I've got a lot of respect for each and every one of you. I'm going to have to call it a night, guys. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, guys. And I'll catch up with you guys hopefully tomorrow. I'll jump on and do another live tomorrow. Take care, guys. All the best.